Call of Duty 2021 is apparently going to be called World War II Vanguard. What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Blank Online here today to chat with you more about some COD 2021 as we get very bored of Black Ops Cold War. It's about that time of year where we start to hear some leaks and rumors surrounding this year's upcoming game, and we now apparently know that the working title for this year is World War II Vanguard. Now, I'm a little bit, iffy on the title. It is a working title, so we cannot be too sort of judgmental on the title itself. We know that apparently it's going to be a World War II setting, and this working title pretty much confirms that as the case. It looks like they're going sort of same route as Black Ops Cold War, so you have like Black Ops and then the subtitle Cold War, and now you have World War II subtitle Vanguard. Whether Vanguard stays the title itself or whether it be Call of Duty World War II something else, like that could be the case as well. But for now, we know that Vanguard is the working title. I wanted to use this video to sort of discuss the World War II setting, going back to the World War II setting, because I'm seeing a lot of people online, especially on Twitter, voicing their opinions and being very much disappointed with the fact that we're going back to World War II. Now, I want to say one thing as well. A lot of people are saying, why aren't we getting another futuristic advanced movement kind of game? And let me remind y'all of the 3 years of 2014, 2015, and 2016, where everybody flamed the developers for advanced movement, and I was in the same boat. Yes, Black Ops 3 was one of the best Call of Duty games we got in the past, say, like 8 years. But advanced movement is still one of those things that I never want to see in a Call of Duty game again. And I'm sure a lot of people don't want to see advanced movement back in the franchise. And for people to be like, why not you do advanced movement? Why would you do World War II again? Let's all just calm down and let's realize how bad advanced movement was, especially in 2016, especially 2016's Infinite Warfare. When that was revealed that was going to have advanced movement, let me tell y'all on how many people flamed Infinity Ward for advanced movement. Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about the World War II setting. I don't mind World War II being the setting once again here in this year's game. If you look at the past entire life cycle, let's say, of Call of Duty, and we're talking Call of Duty multiplayer, so from COD 4 up until now in this point, we've only got 2 World War II games. We got World at War, and then now we had World War II, and then now we're gonna get World War II Vanguard, or whatever that is called. People saying that the World War II setting is kind of boring. If I'm honest with you, the modern setting is a little bit boring as well. There's a lot of modern shooters out there in the Call of Duty franchise. We have gotten up into this point about 4 or 5 modern shooters, or modern or slightly futuristic types of shooters. The World War II setting doesn't necessarily cap the creativity that the developers can go around with, and like we've seen that from the post-launch, so like 6 months down the track, when the new Sledgehammer team completely revamped World War II and made that game so much better in the multiplayer sense. If we can get more of the same, and let's keep in mind as well that this is a brand new Sledgehammer team. This isn't the Sledgehammer that worked on Advanced Warfare, and this isn't the Sledgehammer that worked on World War II. This is the Sledgehammer that made World War II better. So if they can apply those same sort of fundamentals, that same sort of mindset, and make this game as good as it can be. Now, I might be a little bit over optimistic here. Now, I also may be a little bit too, let's say, hopeful in what this Sledgehammer team can do, but judging by the work they did with World War II, I'm sure that they can pull it out of the bag here with World War II Vanguard. And I think that going back to our World War II setting, yes, it may be a little boring playing with old guns again, because we already had like a older type game here with Cold War, and everybody wanted Modern Warfare 2 to come out, but that's not coming out until next year, with 2022 being Infinity Ward's year yet again to produce a Call of Duty game. So we're not going to get that game till then, so we're going to have another year of sort of like old style guns and weaponry and that sort of stuff. And if I'm honest, I don't remember where World War II ended, like campaign wise, or how they can even continue to tell the story of World War II if the end of World War II, the game, finished in a way where it finished the World War, but I guess maybe we could potentially be seeing the World War II from a different perspective, and that could be a really cool thing as well. Changing the perspective from an American soldier to maybe a Japanese soldier, that could be interesting. That could be an interesting twist on everything, because you always see something from an American's perspective. Could be interesting to see something from a different perspective as well. Different change of pace, different change of story, and that could be cool right there. In terms of a multiplayer 6v6 sense, what I'd like to see here is how they're gonna adapt the gunsmith to World War II, because the original World War II came out in 2017, was very, very limited in terms of the attachments that you could use, in terms of the perks that you can use. Whereas compare that to now with Modern Warfare, Warzone, and Black Ops Cold War, customization options and the way you do your creator class are very, very sort of customizable, and they're very much not unlimited, but they're not as limited as World War II's original system was. So I hope that then, let's say this again, that new Sledgehammer team takes what they did and changed with World War II, and then sort of ramped that up to 10 in terms of adapting the way they did it before, and then adapting the new way of doing things. Because let's keep in mind that this game will once again be integrated with Warzone, whether that be at launch or whether that be further down the track. So let's keep in mind how this game needs to take Warzone into account, because we know that it is going to, and we know that it is going to be integrated in some way, shape, or form. So therefore, you need to have a variety of guns. You need to have a system in place to where you can have 5 attachments on your weapon and do all that crazy stuff. And yes, that's not World War II. That's not going to be realistic to the setting. But who gives a fuck? Genuinely, who gives a fuck if you're going to be genuine to the setting of World War II and have 5 crazy attachments on the gun? It really doesnt matter. Treyarch said that Black Ops Cold War was going to be a super realistic to the time shooter, and now we have Belle Delphine anime dildo packs, tracer rounds with dragon mastercraft skins, and all this random tracer round that shoot gold coins out, and all this random bullshit. So we know that even if they say they're going to be true to the setting, it doesn't really matter, because eventually you're going to add all these random bundles into the store. So might as well take that into the account early, and then just make the creator class system as expandable and as customizable as it can be. I wouldn't mind seeing the headquarters system return as well from World War II. From what we had in World War II, the headquarters system was really cool. A place to get your contracts, a place to have a social space, 1v1s in the pit, testing out score streaks, testing out your weapons with attachments and those sort of things, with the firing range. Those sort of things were really nice additions that we haven't seen return to Call of Duty since. So I'd really like to see that whole sort of headquarters system return in World War II Vanguard. I also wouldn't mind the divisions system coming back too. That was a nice little twist and a nice little way to change up how things worked here in Call of Duty, and if they sort of again translated it but did it better this time within World War II Vanguard, I think that would be a very interesting way to sort of change up the flow of what we've had. Because on the surface, you look at it, the Modern Warfare and the Black Ops Cold War creator class systems are pretty much the same. There is really nothing different about either of them. You can say there's very minor differences, but overall, they're very much the same system, and that comes down to their integration with Warzone. I don't know how crazy they can go with this, but honestly, I just want content, and that's the main thing I want from this game. Content, content, content. If there is constantly things for me to do here in this game's multiplayer, then we are going to have a good year. I do not want another Black Ops Cold War. I do not want another game where I get halfway through the life cycle and all I've done is complain about the same issues, and I've complained about the same things all year long because the development studio just hasn't given a shit enough to fix those things and make the game better. I really do hope that Sledgehammer comes at this game with ambition. I really do hope that Sledgehammer comes at this game with a drive to prove themselves to the fans, really, because they haven't done this before. This current Sledgehammer team has not done this before. So prove to us that you can make and you can be one of the better development studios that works on Call of Duty. That's all I have for you guys today. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Comment down below, what do you think of World War II Vanguard? What do you think about going back to the World War II setting? Are you happy? Are you not happy? Let me know all that sort of stuff down below. Click subscribe if you're new here. We are very close to 1,000 subscribers, so any help to get there would be greatly appreciated, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Can't you see the bandage on my face? Wanna light the city, that's my place. Don't you touch the money, that's my case. Ride around the city like you know the place. Killing everybody like you know the base. Stealing all the cars, then you go race. Fucking everybody, you don't know the name.